Okay. As the court pleases, my Lord, two submissions really. The first one pertains to the applicability of Section 3, subsection 3 of the Hearsay Evidence Act 45 of 1988. And I say, my Lord, with the greatest respect to Advocate Baloyi, that does not find applicability, my Lord. My Lord, we will have learned from the Baleka cases, the Singh, the Ramgobin, that video evidence is real evidence, and generally it is not considered hearsay. Hearsay will only arise, my Lord, if in the video the persons depicted are making statements, and those persons are not available to come and confirm the statements that they made in that video. Otherwise, it is real evidence. There's no Hearsay Act applicable here, and I'll tell the court why. Mr. Mnisi has introduced, by way of submission, what we have seen in that video. That video is a 34-second video, my Lord. It does not show any person uttering anything, or at least it is not audible what the utterances are being made. For that reason, my Lord, I'll say the Hearsay Act does not assist the state in trying to bring Longwe's evidence via the back door, via Mr. Bailey, who says, in fact, what he obtained was not a video of 27 October 2014, but it's a broadcast of 10 October 2024. That was a rebroadcast, and it contains the subject matter of the subpoena that was served upon him by the state. He does not say it contains this footage. He says the subject matter of the subpoena. I don't know what the subject matter is. The state will clarify that for the court. I'm not privy to the subpoena that was served. It was never disclosed to us, my Lord, and I don't think we also belong in the serving of that subpoena, my Lord. Now, with video footage, my Lord, it needs to be authenticated, that it represents accurately what it purports to be depicting. Now, if only that it shows its action and not words, no oral utterances, I'm still standing, my Lord, that without utterances, the Hearsay Act does not apply, my Lord. Now, the second aspect, my Lord, is, and just to concretize this point, is the one that Mr. Mnisi touches on. Mr. Longwe Twala is alive, my Lord. Mr. Longwe Twala is alive, my Lord. In fact, my Lord, if I go back in 2023, before Mr. Host testified, we received an email from Advocate Baloyi informing us that we must prepare that, because they were going to call, amongst others, that Monday, Longwe Twala, Jack Buthelezi, and Mr. Host, Colonel Host. And about 10 was made later to say, no, prepare only for Jack Buthelezi and Mr. Host, my Lord. I understand, my Lord. I've been practicing for 100 years. The state is dominus litis. Why they decided at the last minute to withdraw Mr. Longwe to come and testify is their own prerogative, my Lord. But the point that I'm making, he's still alive and kicking. And by what we have read in the media, my Lord, he's sobering up from whatever is afflicting him. So he's a compellable witness to be called and testify on this aspect, whether or not he was shot at and injured on the 26th of October 2014, my Lord. My Lord asked me the other day whether I read Canadian law, and there's an important term that was mentioned there by one of the judges, and so Pinka was also in that judgment, which says A witness like Mr. Gininda for this purpose is not going to assist the court and ourselves, my lord, to know that the person depicted on that video is Longwe Twala. I don't know Longwe Twala. The court does not know Longwe Twala. My colleagues, I believe, they don't know Longwe Twala. We are going to listen to the say-so of Mr. Gininda that this is Longwe Twala. That, my lord, in Canada has been held to be a supererogatory and unnecessary evidence by Sopinka. So, Advocate Barrio is inviting this court to listen to the most superfluous evidence that will come from Brigadier Gininda, with the utmost respect. Brigadier Gininda is not going to assist the court in that respect, my lord. So I submit, my lord, and vehemently so as well, that this video should not be played in court until it's authenticated by the relevant people under oath, my lord. Not through the Hearsay Act that is not applicable, not through the superfluous evidence of a lay opinion of Mr. Gininda, my lord. Brigadier Gininda, I'm sorry, my lord. As the court pleases, those are my submissions, my lord. Yes, Mr. Kamamalo.
The more they do their submissions, the defense, the more you realize just how bad it is for the state. Their level of desperation. And it feels like it's a pack of wolves. It doesn't matter which direction you look. It doesn't matter which South African Police Services comes into the court and signs an oath. It says the oath. They say the oath. Even in those affidavits that they do, they are signing the oath there. And they do it. It's just another day. It's just another dollar. With a hard disregard for life. Ladies and gentlemen, Mzansi Unfiltered, the 5 accused are facing serious criminal charges. And had the death penalty still been an option, they would be facing death. Death, ladies and gentlemen. In this case, they're facing life. Life sentences. If found and convicted as guilty, I pause to think about it and say, reasonable doubt, an ounce of doubt. I am willing to turn Team State as long as they provide the evidence. Trust and believe I'll be at the forefront making the videos that say, give them life, give them life, give them life. You saw that in the Jocelyn Smith trial. I've said it many times. I'm not Team Defense. I'm not Team State. I'm Team Justice. Ramosepele reminds us of a very obvious fact. A fact that has been said so many times in the comment section. Longwe Twala is alive. Not only is he alive, he's alive and kicking. He is sobering up from whatever his afflictions are. But at the end of the day, he is alive and breathing. We know Advocate Ngomezulu was laid to rest in December, so he is not able to come and finish off the work. The way my jaw dropped, remember, Advocate Ngomezulu promised that he was going to bring a witness to come and confirm all this. The way my jaw dropped when Ramosepele reveals to us, because one thing about Baloyi, which for me is kind of disappointing, he makes these applications and doesn't give us all the information. He doesn't give us the full picture. He paints a hypothetical picture. You know what? We'll give it to Baloyi. He understands the judge, okay? He knows what makes the judge tick, and he knows what makes the judge rule in his favor, and he knows exactly how to work him. Unfortunately, the judge is gullible. He might claim 55 years of this and that and don't in the legal practitioner. You are being played by a black advocate, George Baloyi, of the NPA, and his team and his prosecutorially led and don't. You are being played by Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda, who wants to play the ultimate witness for the court. I'm just here to assist the court. They are playing my lord, but my lord doesn't see it at all. He's too busy fighting battles of the defense are demons. He's too busy fighting battles of Obondaba. You see, his focuses for me are in the wrong place. The SENZO MEYIWA trial has been going on for too long. And I hate to say it, it's his fault. It is absolutely his, not even the state's fault. We have a judge who's ready to tell us about 55 years in Hepworth, this and that, and things that happened during not so favorable times for Black South Africans. That's what he thrives in. That's where he shines bright like a diamond. And I say to you, this is devastating, this is disappointing, and the trial is being delayed by him. Yes, 6,500 rands later, having spent to the defense, but we're not being told how much is being spent by the state so far, transporting those witnesses. Where is the interest of justice? I took an oath, the judge says. Where is your allegiance to your oath? It's just so filled with hatred. Anytime Nisi speaks, your jaw just clenches up. On a personal vendetta. We are too old to be playing playground games. Longwe Twala is still alive. And not only is he still alive, he can speak. He can come and answer questions. And he can go back home after. But he is so protected. There's this huge fence around him. We know the game Baloyi played. Put him on the witness list. That keeps him away from the defense. They can never go near him until the state closes its case. Why? What is it they don't want Longwe Twala to say? What is it that Longwe Twala must never reveal to the world? What is it? I believe that he has been fed the substances just to keep him out of control, just to keep him unreliable. I believe so. I believe that they have been feeding him the substances, just so, not the state, of course, whoever it is that doesn't want whatever he will say if he sobers up. That is my belief. Ramosepele revealed to us that this 34-second video that Baloyi is crying to have shown, I didn't understand why Mr. Bailey was saying, listen, I wasn't there. But the video is in front of the house. What do you mean you weren't there? So why are they picking on Mr. Bailey? I was trying to understand that. Only for Ramosepele to reveal to us that the 34-second video is not the original video. It was not played on the original date. It is a rebroadcast that was done on the 10th of October 2024. And it's a video that is muted. The 10th of October 2024. Do you know what date that is? On the 10th of October 2024, Advocate Thulani Joshua Ngomezulu was already no longer in court. He was already at home. But before that, he had already uttered his proposition. He had already made that groundbreaking moment. It was on the 28th of August. It was on the 28th of August when Thulani Joshua Ngomezulu made utterances in court. May his soul rest in peace. The 28th of August. So from the 28th of August, had there not been a rebroadcast from ENCA, the state would have had no response to the state. Well, they would still have the option to call Longwe Twala. But the state is allergic to calling Longwe Twala in any shape, form, or manner. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is heartbreaking. Extremely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking because 5 men stand accused for a crime that the state has failed to prove, at least to me, beyond reasonable doubt. That they're the 5 individuals who plotted and entered the Kelly Khumalo home. So accused number 3, Njabs, was released from prison on the 17th of September 2014. And just over a month later, his inside Pagati ready to go back to prison, unaliving SENZO MEYIWA, according to the state's narrative. I believe that this is a crime to the 5 accused based off of who they are, their backgrounds, and their pasts. I believe there's some family feud and don't going on, especially over there with accused number 1 and accused number 2. Something is going on in the water. Njabs has said he is in contact with Absolom Zungu. Njabs has said that. What will Baloyi and Gininda say when they find this out? Let's hear what Njabs has to say.
He's the center of the state. He's holding the state like this. Now with him coming out and saying, no, not in my name. I'm not part of that. I was never part of that. My name is in the courtroom. I want to clear my name. What's going to happen to this?
So I can tell you for a fact, suspect, that I am talking to Absolom Zungu, and we are engaging to get him to strange enough, the help that I'm saying is gonna get it from the police. Because
repeat. You cut out the start over.
Yes.
Strange enough.
Yes,
from strange enough.
Yes, strange enough, I'm saying that Baba Zungu, the help that we're trying to get him is the help that we're going to get from the police.
From the police.
Yes. Because we trust the police.
There are still good police officers that are communicating with us, that are telling us we are here. We are not part of that Gininda mess. We don't want to be associated with that Gininda mess. We are here to do our job diligently without fear and favor. We will assist Baba Absolom Zungu with that statement and to open a case.
Yeah, so
there are still good judges. There are still good prosecutors. There are still many good police officers. The institution, South African Police Service, is an institution that we love. What we hate is the corruption that have been committed by individuals. We are here to uplift, to expose, and to cast out the corruption that is happening in our institution. SAPS, NPA, judiciary, whichever institution, even Home Affairs, whatever. We are here to cast out the corrupt elements. That is.
Corruption has a name, corruption has a face, and the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Although I feel it's unfortunate and unfair for the MEYIWA family in themselves, they just want to know what happened to SENZO. Instead, it's turned into this expose of the amount of corruption. I always thought there was something off about the Zungunizer story. That's why I started the Zungunizer series, and I started calling him Zungunizer because it just sounded like a whole fairy tale more than a star witness in the unaliving of SENZO. To find out that an app called TikTok has connected Mr. TikTok, aka Njabs, with Absolom Zungu, an old man in possibly the most remotest area over there in Nongoma, where I'm imagining his young grandchildren who will know what TikTok is are hearing all about him, and they're like, Mkulu, and telling him all about it. And he says, no, tell TikTok that I don't know anything about this. And when he says tell TikTok, he means Njabs. I'm so happy they've connected. I'm so happy they're assisting him. And I'm so happy that exposition is going to happen. What makes me sad is that what's Gininda gonna do when he finds out? Oh my God. Let me end this video right here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, every time you share a video, it can reach even a person like Absolom Zungu to hear what are they saying about me? Because that's the thing. They're not using artificial people to create their story. They're using real names, destroying real families, destroying real lives. And when you watch a video, when you share, when you like, it's not just about, laughs and giggles over here. I try to give the information, of course, in a palatable form. Otherwise, would be crying all day long. This video for me is quite emotional, if I'm being honest, if you haven't noticed. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that just because Ngomezulu said something, and the powers that be, the prosecutorially led and done people, are not trying to get to the bottom of things. Admit they're wrong. and get to the bottom of things and get closure. We also want closure. Ngumezulu passed away with critical and vital information. Did he share it with Umuzi Sivia? Has Umuzi Sivia shared it with Umnisi? We don't know. But I can assure you, all forces will work super hard to block them. So please continue watching these videos. Please continue sharing these videos. Please continue, because they will reach someone who can help us with the story. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Bye.